Well, we set sail out of Boot Key that morning, and Steve and Brittany aboard Kindred Spirit, and us aboard Eureka. Caught a couple of mackerel and thought we'd have an uneventful 170-mile sail or motor sail across to Andros, but that wasn't to be the case. The wind that was blowing out of the east persisted. It was supposed to turn southeast mid-afternoon, but it never did, so we sailed through the short, choppy sloppiness that I had feared from the Gulf Stream, which is why we found a buddy boat just in case bad things happened, and bad things did happen. Around 11:30 p.m., Steve called us on the radio and said that they were taking on water in their starboard hull and he couldn't locate the source. So we sped up as fast as Eureka would go, caught up with them, and when we did, they were already listing fairly heavily to starboard. Brittany was in the dinghy, Steve was still aboard. Within about 10 minutes, they were both in the water and Kindred Spirit had capsized. When they drifted far enough away that we could safely rescue them, we lost sight of the hull because of the dark bottom paint. We got them aboard, and they ultimately decided to go on into the Bahamas, even though Steve had lost his passport. Brittany had a return flight out of Nassau and about 10 days later, and that's the story. So this little screenshot of AIS showed just how busy it was out there with cruise ships and cargo ships, but we sailed into a beautiful sunrise on the Bahama banks where it was flat as a pancake. We even had a little wisp of rainbow to say goodbye to all that bad weather and bad luck. Then we cruised into Marsh Harbor where we met up with Cheryl, the dockmaster, who put us in touch with the police and customs and immigration, and we sat around and waited for days until they got paperwork done. We did see this cool little seahorse.
Alright, here we are in Morgan's Bluff, Bahamas. Just got cleared customs, working with our friends Steve and Brittany, who capsized and sank about 25 miles off the Bahama bank. We rescued them at midnight-ish on the night of January 31st, February 1st. The boat sank, started taking on water, it sank. We got them on board. We got here, unfortunately, about 7:30 last night. Came into the harbor, anchored, right about 7:30. It was like anchoring at dark. Came into customs this morning, and they brought us into this little tiny harbor here, which is fantastic. And I think we're gonna stay here for a couple of days and feel it out. Aaron has an invitation to go snorkeling with some folks who live on this big boat over here, High Cotton. This big one. They gave Brittany and Steve some shoes because they ended up without shoes on the boat. And I think they probably drive some down to me. They invited Aaron to go snorkeling and spearfishing with them later on today. So things are kind of looking up after 2 months of just miserable weather and conditions and murky water and all that stuff. So I'm very excited. Things are going well. So we'll check in later. Bye.
Here we are in the Bahamas. We're on Andros at Morgan Bluff. And we're about to eat lunch. Hopefully have some emotional healing for the other Steve and Brittany after they lost their boo on their journey here. People playing dominoes inside, playing pool. So Claire, how was your first Bahamian food? So you got conch?
Yes.
Conch fritters?
Really good.
Some fries. And it's delicious. Here's Brittany. Brittany's eating conch for the first time. How do you like it? Yay. And how do you like your food?
It's outstanding. It's really good. This is allergic to French too. This is allergic to shrimp. This is a 1.5 beers in and I can't talk. So anyway, there you go.
How's your lobster?
It's very, very nice.
The first good meal for the Bahamas, in the Bahamas.
Fantastic first meal in the Bahamas.
That's his lobster. Claire's getting to know the locals and she's playing down those. All right, here we are.
Going in there and skip
Our first 24 hours in the Bahamas. We still have our guests aboard, and they're going to go snorkeling.
36 hours.
Oh, 36 hours, sorry. And Brittany's already in the water. Trying to figure out how to snorkel again after many years of not doing it. Same for Steve.
This might not be Steve. You know? It could be somebody else.
It could be somebody else. No.
All right. Y'all have fun.
Anytime I mess up on.
Claire's doing some homework to get caught up. We haven't had school in a couple of days, and today's Wednesday.
I'm writing about cocaine.
Oh, lovely. And the bad effects of it.
All the effects of it.
All the effects of it. We are anchored up in Morgan's Bluff, Andros. We had to leave the harbor because of the mail barge coming through.
The mailboat coming in, Mom.
Yes, Mom. And so we're going to anchor for the night and go back to the marina again. And all these boats out here were also in the marina and had to come out for tonight. So every Wednesday, everybody comes out and anchors overnight so that the barge can get in there.
Back at the bar, which is the local hangout, we found a guy making conch salad, and it was mighty tasty. Claire and Brittany get in some art time, and the goofball son gives up his bed for Brittany and Steve, and he sleeps on the couch.
I think that guy needs to catch up.
I talked to him last night, so he's
Hey, Jackson.
you must come there.
Haley, come here and let me let Steve in.
I'm just videoing a little bit. So,
We're saying goodbye to our friends.
yes. They're really salty sailors now.
Yeah,
Or at least they were when we picked them up.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're
Salty, selfie.
Yes.
And just like that, they were gone on the mailboat heading to Nassau. Good luck, Steve and Brittany. Later that night, we hung out with new friends and watched the Super Bowl in high style. Then we had a little firework action afterwards. Then Claire got back to the domino table where she became known as the Dominator because she won most every game she played. It's quite a nice introduction to the Bahamas, and It's a special time and a special place, filled with sadness and joy as we start this leg of our adventure. So please join us next time as we meet new friends and explore the area around Morgan's Bluff. Then we take off and head deeper into the Bahamas.